Hey everyone, DragonoftheEastblu once again, and bringing to you another video. As you can tell from the title, this is going to be a rant. I know technically most of what I do is a rant, but hey, I gotta call it something, don't I? Anyway, this video is going to be talking about something that is rather old, but I only discovered it last night. It was brought to my attention by a good friend of mine, Johnny Spector. A link to his channel will be down below. And I didn't know about this, and it was something that is actually rather popular or infamous in the Naruto community, and it really has a lot of impact in it. It's actually an interview Kishimoto did in 2010. As you can see, it is old, but it contains a lot of important things, including stuff for the Naruhina fans, when Kishimoto himself says, Hinata is far better suited as the heroine than Sakura. Sakura just doesn't know what she's doing. She's done everything wrong. These are his words. Everything she's done is just wrong. It's not working out. But, and this is the but part that a lot of Naruhina fans haven't mentioned, but Sakura is going to become more of the heroine by doing more stuff that the heroine should be doing in future chapters. It's been about 2 years, nothing has changed, and frankly, it's pretty obvious why it hasn't, because Kishimoto is writing the story to quickly finish it, so there's not enough room for Sakura to become the heroine. In fact, it's too late. After nearly 600 chapters, it's too late. There's just no way that Kishimoto can change Sakura. It's just no way, especially with the other part he said, that Sakura really loves Sasuke. So Narusaku is never going to happen, and Sakura does not look like she's going to change. So frankly, what he said is, we really can't tell if he's saying the truth or he's just spewing shit out of his ass. So it's hard to tell if what he's saying is even reliable. Moving on to that, there was something here that he asked, that was asked to him, and it's actually something that we've all been wondering for a long time. A lot of the Naruto characters are really much worthless, but there are a few of them that really are popular and for good reason. And we're talking about Shikamaru. And they asked, is Shikamaru going to have any romance? And he said no. Kishimoto said no, there's not going to be any romance with Shikamaru. Now, the reason why this pisses me off a lot is because the only pairing in Naruto that actually is, that pretty much has written itself, that is canon, it makes a lot of sense, there's chemistry, and it's not Naruhina, even though, let me explain it to you like this. Naruhina was once my favorite pairing in Naruto, but now it has switched to ShikaTema. Now, I don't want you guys to call me blasphemous and a traitor, let me explain. Naruhina is a great pairing, but Naruto himself needs to work on it. He himself is not really worthy of Hinata. He has to change. And from what I can see, I think Hinata can see the great man Naruto can become. And unfortunately, Naruto isn't really changing. So I'm hoping that if they were to get together, he would then evolve into the right man that Hinata deserves. ShikaTema, on the other hand, is perfect the way it is. Neither Shikamaru nor Temari have to change. They are perfect the way they are. If anyone has read any really great fanfics, or even the Doshin Hentai, which are porn comics, they are actually written, they write themselves. Like, the characters are constantly in character. Everything they say makes perfect sense. It just flows. It's consensual. It's a beautiful romance. The chemistry they have on screen is perfect. You can clearly tell that this pairing is perfect. It's just the only pairing in the whole series that works. Unfortunately, with Kishimoto saying that it's not going to happen, it really goes to show how much of an idiot he is and how unrealistic and how unreliable he is as a mangaka. What he is doing is insane. It's things that are so obvious he tends to ignore unbelievably, and does it to such degrees that we really can't understand what's wrong with him. And this really, really bugs me, especially because we've known that Shikamaru is Kishimoto's favorite character. He clearly admits that this is his favorite character. And in this interview, the 2010 one, he was asked, of all the female characters who created, who would be the best girlfriend for you? And he says, no, I can't really do that. I mean, I created them for God's sakes. There's no way I can choose. But what about the guys? If you were a girl, who would be your boyfriend? Oh, Shikamaru. Yeah, Shikamaru, yeah, great. He's awesome. He'd be so nice and kind. You're a fucking fag. Okay, Kishimoto is clearly gay, and it is apparent in all his series. We've known this. The romance, the setup, all the characters, how many males are around, how there's so little female fan service. It's pretty fucking obvious that Kishimoto has a fucking hard-on. He's actually in love with Shikamaru, the character he's created. And this is probably why he doesn't want him to get involved in a relationship. I know this sounds far-fetched, but listen to what I've said. It actually makes a lot of sense. It has been his favorite character from the very beginning. He seems to be focusing on this character, even though Shikamaru himself doesn't really seem to add anything really to the story, and it's rather embarrassing. And you know what? Speaking of useless characters, let's talk about Temari. If she's not going to be Shikamaru's wife or girlfriend, what was the point of adding her to the story? think about that for a second. What is her point? Why is she even here then? She's apparently as pointless as Kankuro, and frankly, most of the supporting cast, because they don't really add anything to the story. They don't get any screen time in the first place, and nothing's improved. They haven't changed. They haven't added anything to the main characters. I mean, it only revolves around fucking Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. So, what was the point of Temari and all that chemistry on screen? Shikamoto has not evolved and become something amazing. Her influence hasn't changed him in any way. What was the point? I don't really know. All I know is that Kishimoto is a fucking dumbass who has done more stupid shit, and that interview extremely, extremely pisses me off. Hopefully he'll change his mind and do something right, and frankly, if fans are constantly asking him, maybe he'll finally break under pressure and give us something that we want, or frankly what you guys want, whoever else is still a fan of this fucking terrible series. But yeah, I really don't know why Kishimoto is doing this or why he even thinks this, other than the fact he is gay and he has a hard-on. He reminds me of all those bloody fangirls that call themselves Miss Monkey D. Luffy or whoever they are, believing, oh, he's mine. And especially that fucking dumbass bitch who actually went into the Naruto wiki and added in a character that was basically to represent herself and photoshopped it so that it looked like Sasuke had caught her, and the whole articles explain that she's actually a real canon character in the series. Wow, so fucking sad. Anyways, guys, that's all I had to say about that. Tell me what you think down below. Do you think ShikaTema really is such an amazing pairing and it's bullshit that Kishimoto doesn't want to make it so and doesn't care about their romance? Or do you think this is justified and Shikamoto shouldn't be with anyone, or should he be with someone else, or something along those lines? Or maybe, in fact, are you pissed off that I actually prefer ShikaTema over Naruhina at this point? Well, the comments are for you guys. Tell me what you think. This is the DragonoftheEastblu saying sail on and fucking ShikaTema forever. Fuck you, Kishimoto.